Have you ever seen a movie that was just so strange it felt like you weren't even watching a horror movie? This video will explore the fascinating world of films that defy genre expectations and leave you questioning, what the hell did I just witness? If you're a fan of true crime, you may have heard of the director of An Angry Boy, Andrew Fitzgerald, who is an award-winning filmmaker from Boston.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Welcome to another episode of Every Town Word a Day.
His YouTube channel Scary Mysteries has close to 1 million subscribers, and An Angry Boy is his debut in the world of full-length horror movies. Buckle up for this one. An Angry Boy dives into some very touchy subject matter, peeling back the curtain on child abuse, the effect it has on its sufferers, and the stubborn determination one angry boy has to exact complete and total revenge. This movie focuses on cults and extreme torture. This title might feel more realistic compared to movies at the top of this list, but make no mistake, it is completely different from your everyday run-of-the-mill horror movie. I recommend this title for those who are not easily triggered and preferably on an empty stomach. As we travel further down this absurd rabbit hole, our next stop brings us to Frogman. This found footage style movie is very strange, to say the least. As the 90s come to a close, 12-year-old Dallas Kyle captures footage of the mythical creature Frogman, but everyone believes it to be a hoax. 20 years later, he is on a mission to clear his name and prove that what he saw when he was younger was real. Travel with Dallas back to Loveland, where the town celebrates its mythical cryptid with a festival. However, it doesn't take long to realize something just isn't right. Can Dallas prove what he saw all those years earlier really exists, or will something sinister keep him away from the answers he so desperately seeks? Booger. This 2023 body horror film is the definition of strange. While it is firmly planted in the horror sphere, trying to fit it into a category is a real struggle. This movie has a depressing undertone to it as we watch Anna, who is grieving the death of her best friend Izzy. When the cat that they shared ends up biting her, Anna starts to realize strange things are happening to her. Watch as a peculiar transformation takes place. This is definitely one of the stranger films I've viewed recently. Booger defies genres and brings with it a unique take on body horror. If you want something that is new, different, and oddly strange to watch, give Booger a try today. Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale. This strange little title comes to us from Finland. It dives into the topic of Santa Claus being a nefarious character who thrives on tormenting children on the naughty list. Yes, plenty of movies use Christmas horror as a platform, but Rare Exports is a movie on its own level. A singular curiosity that brings the action along with the frights. This foreign work of horror that boasts naked men-elves running around the countryside and Santa represented with giant horns can be viewed for free today on Tubi. Crimes of the Future. This David Cronenberg film stars Viggo Mortensen and Kristen Stewart. It is so strange and out there that it's hard to classify. In a future where we rely on machines and humans have evolved to feel no pain, two surgical artists perform their work for a hungry audience. Saul, played by Mortensen, has accelerated evolution syndrome, which causes him to grow new organs. Him and his partner use this to their advantage and make a living off removing these organs to a packed audience. However, this causes Saul pain, making him one of the few humans living that can still feel this sensation. This also makes him reliant on biomechanical devices to help him do everything from eat, to sleep, to stay alive. If you want to see a weird, unclassifiable horror from David Cronenberg, tune into Crimes of the Future today. Dear David. This supernatural horror movie begins in 1996 with a boy being bullied online, causing him to exact revenge in the most sinister of ways. This movie is inspired by Adam Ellis and his artistic storytelling on Twitter. Dear David follows Adam as he works at BuzzFeed trying to make viral-worthy content. Justin Long has a decent role playing Adam's boss at BuzzFeed. Watch as Adam's ego gets the best of him, lashing out online and facing the backlash of David. This movie won't be for everyone, but it's watchable and brings some interesting scares along the way. Titane. This movie is hard to put in a box. It is so out there I don't even know where to start. But since watching it, it still sticks out to me. This one is French made, follows a sadistic killer who also dry humps fancy cars on the side and eventually works her way up to making sweet love to her automobile. If that doesn't sound strange enough, she pretends to be a teenage boy for half the movie, while her new father spends his day fighting fires, getting juiced on steroids, and having dance parties with his co-workers. Listen up, Titane is a truly weird movie that defies the genre, and I recommend giving it a watch just to say that you have. Saint Maud. I would love to hear your opinions on this one. I gave it a pretty good rating, but it was such a slow burn that only started building steam the last quarter of the movie, but the ending alone really saved this one for me. Maud is a palliative care nurse with a dark past. Soon she finds herself employed by Amanda, a former dancer who finds herself at the end of life questioning if there is a higher power. Maud, a devout Catholic, tries to show her the path to Christ. However, Maud is a broken woman. This movie is a great example of psychological horror and breaks down into something unrecognizable at the end. Is Maud a religious zealot who loses her last hold on sanity, or is she something more? Do yourself a favor and check this one out. If you already have, I am curious to know your thoughts on this strange gem. Just like Titane, something about Cuckoo keeps making me want to go back for a second watch. Maybe I'm just a fan of movies that push the envelope and try something different. This one follows Gretchen, who moves with her father to the German Alps after the passing of her mother. Here, the vibes are just off. Before long, women at a local hotel become sick and loud shrieks can be heard that causes Gretchen's half-sister to have seizures. The way this story plays out is so strange, and the characters all do their part to bring an odd atmosphere to this one. When the plot twist is finally revealed, it makes for a truly twisted ending. The makers of this movie get points for style, crazy concepts, and truly thinking outside the box. Black Swan. Is this movie a drama, a horror, or a thriller movie? Well, the easiest answer for that question is yes. It's all those things, but also something completely original. From the director to the actors, this movie is a sophisticated who's who of people at the top of their craft. Yes, on the surface, it's a movie about a play and who will get the most prestigious role, but it morphs into a paranoid hallucination. When someone wants something so bad that every fiber in their body is working in unison for a singular goal, what stresses come with that, and what mental decay does that stress manifest? That is one question that can be asked of Black Swan amongst many others. This film is amazing and has one of the most melancholy, near-perfect endings I have ever seen. This is the highest-ranked genre-defying movie I have on today's list. Some may have passed on this movie for not meeting their requirement of what horror is, but as I gain more experience as a horror fan, I find myself asking, does that even matter? Thanks for watching the video. I want to switch it up a little bit and take a look at films that might be just a little too odd for their own good. But at the end of the day, these films have value that they bring, just because they don't conform to generic cookie-cutter ideas of what they are supposed to be. So do you find these movies sometimes get miscast or not considered horror? What are the movies you enjoy that could be on a list like this? Let me know in the comments below. This is Planet Phobia signing off, and until next time, wishing you good luck on your horror journey.